Currently now on YouTube, there are many videos on Japan on the topic of the cost of traveling to Japan, how expensive it is to travel to Japan, tourist prices out of control in Japan, or maybe even how cheap Japan is, yada 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 yada. Heck, even we did a couple of videos on how cheap food is in Japan. Especially given now there is somewhat of a flash sales concerning the yen, anything and everything can seem very cheap or expensive at the same time. So what we're going to do in this video is to find out the true value of your yen you're holding onto right now. How great of a food you could buy with it, and whether is it really value for money, or is it simply just a case of inbound dong, a tourist ripoff? What's going to happen here is we will be visiting two different types of places here in Hokkaido. One, an extremely touristy location, and the other, a suburban type area where finding a tourist will be as difficult as finding Wally. And what we will do is to look for a shop that sells Kaisendon. We will buy it, we will eat it, and we will compare them. Now, as to why Kaisendon? Well, that's because Kaisendon is one of the most popular food here in Hokkaido, both local-wise and tourist-wise. And we'll compare them in these 5 categories. Now, you might be wondering, how come the deliciousness or the yumminess component is not in our challenge? Well, to be fair, you can expect both to be delicious. Why? Because, you know, the saying goes that in Japan, there are no bad sushi places here, that every sushi is delicious. Well, to a certain extent, that is true, especially here in Hokkaido, right? You can expect all the seafood here to be of a certain level, a certain standard, where they are fresh, they are sweet. So to be fair to both, the delicious component is not in our comparison. We declare both to be delicious here. We want something more quantifiable, such that you, as the audience, can see, can feel, and experience. So we're going to take the delicious component out and just compete pound for pound, solely value, cost, performance, and effectiveness. We are now at a very popular tourist spot in Otaru, Hokkaido, and this is the Sankaku market here, a very popular tourist spot. And what we are going to do over here, we're going to go in, buy the kaisendon, eat it, and give you our take. Now, as to what particular shop we're going to go to, I already have in mind which one. That's because we went through extensive research to find the best representative for the tourist side, right? We want a very fair comparison here, and we actually found one that has great value for money over here. So we'll make our way right there to the Sankaku market right now. Are you guys ready? Let's go. Honestly, all of the shops here all look rather similar, all very attractive, but I'm going to choose this shop here on my right because based on reviews, this has one of the best value for money over here for Kaisendon. And actually late last year in December, a local TV news station came down to review this particular place over here. This particular place is called Sankaku-tei. All right, let's see what they have to offer and let's find out. Okay, this is their menu. We are going for this particular kaisendon here at 2,500 yen. Have a look at this. Look pretty awesome, isn't it? Let's see what Sankaku-tei is able to cook and bring to the table. Oishii Apron, tourist food versus local food challenge has begun. Weighing 330 pounds from Otaru, Hokkaido, representing the tourist side, we have... Let's be professional about this. Look at that. This is the 2,500 yen kaisendon from Sankaku-tei. Okay, looks splendid, isn't it? We have a variety of seafood over here. Magnificent. Ooh, the bowl is really full. Now the bowl is around 1 palm size. Yeah, it's about 1 palm size. My hand here. Okay, 1 palm size. Probably the size of a short putt. Yeah. Let's try the rice first. Because we already know the seafood is going to be good. Now this is where the rice can actually, either bump the score up really high or actually lower it quite significantly. Okay, pretty standard. Premium Japanese rice. Slightly towards the more vinegarish side, but still okay. Look at that. I can't eat the crab. Okay. With some ikura. Tobiko. Very fresh. Sweet. The tobiko as well. Perfect. You know, when you're in Hokkaido, you can expect all this seafood to be fresh, top quality, which is why I said that the delicious component is not part of the comparison, because you can already expect a level of deliciousness from both, you know, regardless of whether is it tourist Kaisendon or local Kaisendon, right? You can expect both to be of an equal level in terms of the deliciousness, unless you know, an extraordinary kind of sensation is being felt. Once again, they're aiming for variety over here. There are 10 different types.
I highlighted in red what I consider as premium ingredients, and a special shout out for using northern bluefin tunas in the bowl.
Now, is this worth it? I guess... just based off the variety, I would say yes. Because even if most places have cheaper Kaisendon, or rather a slightly cheaper version, but the variety is not as much, definitely. Maybe you only get one or two, or just a few, you know. Definitely not 10. And the 10 we are talking about here, which makes this worth, is actually premium items like crab, kani, uni, scallop, over here, scalper, scallop. Alright, you also get the prawns, ebi. Yeah, so, you know, it's a give and take kind of situation right here with this particular bowl. But overall, yeah, up to standard in terms of deliciousness. Quantity-wise, slightly on the lower side, but variety-wise, quality-wise, slightly higher. Oh, the uni is just fantastic. Really sweet, very fresh, slight taste of the sea, and that's all there is. And after that, it's just sweetness, the seafood sweetness. Fantastic here. No, actually, so far there is no hint of fishiness at all whatsoever. This actually tells you the freshness they are getting here. Yeah, fantastic. One of the earlier posts that I ran concerning conveyor sushi, one of the interesting thing was ikura was actually, you know, listed as the sushi that you're unwilling to take as well. Pretty interesting. Here's the ikura. Yeah, I can understand for ikura because the taste of it, or maybe even the looks of it, looks kind of unusual. Hence, yeah, it somewhat can give a little of uncertainty or unwillingness to take and eat, especially if you have not eaten ikura before.
It's add-on time. We're off to a good start with a pretty good base set at 2,500 yen with 10 different types of seafood. Time to level up and crush the local side with this new power. Bang! Look at that upsize there. We got way more ingredients now. Look at those draggable ikuras. And man, those tacos kinda look like Rasen Shuriken from Naruto. All of a sudden, those scallops look way too fabulous there with that amount upsize.
Well, most of the ingredients are the same. So, there isn't much to say. Just that with this bowl, I get more quantity. Definitely same amount of rice, but in terms of the individual component, I get more taco, you know, I get more crab, kani, I get more tuna, I get more scallop, so on and so forth. And for the upgrade bowl, you get to choose 5 different kinds of seafood to be in your bowl. You may think that, oh, but it's lesser than the other one. which has 10. But over here, we have quantity. So, you might think, okay, I'm going to choose 5 of my favorite and I want more of them instead. Yeah, it works. So purely the upgrade, in this case, the quality actually lowers slightly, but the quantity increases. Yeah, so overall, just with the 1,000 yen more, yeah, I get more of the different components. Comes in at 3,500. Is this worth it? What do you think? At this point in time, we still have not seen the local, representative. I have no idea how it looks like as well. So, pretty eager to see who will win at the end of the day. I just arrived at Tomakomai. Now, previously I mentioned that we really found a local place. It is. The train ride just now was around 30 to 40 minutes. And thereafter, I'm going to the bus stop right now. And the bus journey will take another 20 plus minutes. So it's really far out, more like a suburban area type. And yeah, let's see what the local representative for Kaisendon will look like. Really excited to see what they have to offer and whether could it compete against the tourist representative that we saw earlier. Can't wait, can't wait. Guys, truth to be told, the tourist representative, the Kaisendon, you might be wondering, is it value for money or not? Because it's pretty small and at 2,500 yen. In my opinion, it's yes, because we got to understand that that area is a high traffic tourist area. So prices naturally will be high. And in comparison to so many other Kaisendon shops that I, saw around the area, that particular shop actually is one of the cheapest, if not the cheapest. Because some that may be actually even cheaper than the 2,500 one, but the selection you get is a lot lesser. Like maybe the bowl that we had was 10 different seafood. Some other place maybe around 1,008, but only 8 or 5 kind of seafood that you can choose. So, it's a give and take kind of thing. But in my opinion, that shop that we visited has one of the best value for money. 2,500 for 10 different selections. In comparison to the rest that we saw, on average, I saw was around 3,000 all the way up to 4,000, and that is average. So yeah, is it value for money? In my opinion, yes, because in comparison to all the other shops around the Otaru Canal area, the shop that we went to is one of the cheapest. Yeah, so value for money. Right now, I'm standing right in front of the local representative, the Kaisendon shop. Okay, we are going into right now. This is the Purato Minato market. Now, this is the place where we are going to right now. This is actually a wet market. So you can expect many shops to sell live seafood, fresh seafood, vegetables, fruits, so on and so forth. So the shop we are going into is right inside here. The name of the shop is called Kaisen Minato Shokudo. Alright, so I'm going to enter right now. Oof. Why do I hear boss music? Look at this, all the fresh food here.
Oh my goodness. What the heck is that thing? Look at the amount of seafood that thing has. That thing has riz, man. Look at the variety.
Oh my goodness. Guys, this is just absolutely fantastic here. If you want to compare the size, oof, way bigger than my hands.
Not just the hands, bro. It's way bigger than the tourist bowl too. Look at that. That's 40% bigger, man.
Oof. And the quantity is just amazing, It's just each of the items here, oof. It's just not 1 or 2 pieces, but like 3 or 4 really big pieces here. Fantastic. Alright, let's try the rice first. This will determine the fate of the Kaisendon. Perfect. Not too cold. Mild vinegarish. Premium Japanese rice. Very well made. This is the taco. Can you see this? So we have taco here. Very fresh. Very sweet. The taste of the sea is just fantastic.
Similar to the tourist side, you get 10 different seafood in this base set. But are you seeing what I'm seeing here? As if getting northern bluefin tuna is not premium enough, you actually get Toro tuna parts too! The juiciest and the richest part of the tuna, the belly! And on top of that, you get surf clams too! What the? And before I blow your minds even further, why not take a guess how much this bowl cost? Ready? 3, 2, 1... 2,500 yen! This is priced the same as the tourist side base set! This is just too OP, man!
I'm very glad to see premium sashimi in a cheaper version of the Kaisendon Bowl, because usually they will only reserve like the premium sashimi for the more expensive Kaisendon Bowls. But over here, their base set, you already have amazing premium stuff. Fantastic. Fabulous. Do you see what's this? Look at that. This is actually hoki, right? This is actually hoki. This is a specialty of the market over here. Clams, basically. Hokis are clams. So yeah, you can see, just already on the base set, 2,500 yen for this base set of Kaisendon. Premium stuff, right? Premium stuff. You have clams, you have ebi, you have Otaru. Oof. The taste of the sea from the clam is just fantastic. So sweet, so fresh. Oishii. Too heavy. Too heavy.
Nah, man, you capping. You're just doing it to create drama. Nope, I am not. See this?
Look at how big this scallop is, guys. Oof. Look at how big this is. Right? Oh, so sweet. So big, this scallop here. Ultra fresh. You could almost visualize in your head that this just directly came from the sea, and they take it out and give it to you immediately. Oof. Brilliant. Really feels like the sea, the actual sea, is in this bowl that I'm holding right now. All the variety of seafood in abundance and in quality. Would you look at that? Would you look at that? How fresh the tuna is. How big those pieces are. Oishii. Mecha oishii. For seafood, we definitely can eat fresh seafood that's readily available, but there is one more level. I call this the ultra level of freshness. Something like Ultra Instinct Goku. This level of freshness, just sends it right over the top, Sends it right over the top. And there's no coming back from this, because you already know how it tastes like. Look at the Otaru here.
Nani? What sorcery is this?
They did not cheap this out, guys. Look at how fat this piece is, how big this piece is. Oof. And this is just at the base level, of the Kaisendon set. I wouldn't be surprised, with its popularity, it gets sold out pretty quickly. Touchdown. Fabulous.
Looking at this right now,
no doubt it really seemed like the local side scored better in the quality and quantity component. Oh my goodness! You saw the quantity, right? It came to a point where my hands started to hurt due to the weight of the bowl. Simply staggering. And finally, the add-on component. I personally like the add-on component so much because it's purely pitting one against another. Mano mano 101. I mean, just look at the add-on component from the local side. Look at that beast. Ooh. Coming in at 3,800 yen and only being 300 yen more expensive than the tourist side. I get everything more of the already magnificent bowl plus uni, which the tourist side didn't have at all. Completely mind blown, this deal is so out of this world. Shikashi! But before we crown the winner, remember in Batman vs Superman where it seems like Superman is all assured of the victory, tearing up everything including the Batmobile? And that's where Batman put out his trump card. Let's take a look at this. You will not believe what happened next. You want to see how local this place is? As I told you, finding a tourist here is as difficult as finding Wally. Look at this. We're at the bus stop right here, which we just arrived. Notice one thing. What do you see? What do you see here? The bus only comes once every 2 hours. So, if you miss one, that's it guys. Your day is probably gone. 11:30 you arrive, you stay for lunch, okay? You still have to wait at least an hour or so, isn't it? If you don't time well. So, I personally feel this one factor of accessibility. If not, this could be the most important factor or component that the tourist representative has and definitely can and will overthrow the local representative. I mean, if you're a Hokkaido local, definitely no issue, isn't it? You can take a drive down, right? Or you can come any other day, that's no problem, isn't it? But if you're a tourist here, it's your one and only chance today and you're not going to waste the day, isn't it? Or maybe, for example, you had a night out in Sapporo, really great night out, and you overslept. Definitely, you will not be able to come to Purato Minato Market. It's just not possible. And by the time you make your way here, probably it's sold out already. As I mentioned to you in the video earlier, the uni got sold out almost immediately when the shop opened, right? Based on the customers that are coming in, how frequent the customers are coming in. It's just not possible. But there's one way. You can actually walk back to Tomakomai JR station. But it's 30 minutes. So yeah, definite deal breaker if you ask me. And if I'm a tourist, I guarantee you, I would take the tourist option. All right, I would definitely take the tourist option. Great value for money if you ask me. 2,500 yen, good variety. Yes, quantity lesser, but in that area, one of the best value for money. Right? So there you go.
Time to announce the winner. This is what we have scored so far. Just to be clear once again, we are not saying any one of them is bad or not delicious or anything like that. Because both sides, we chose the best of the best. This is not a competition of scrubs, but a battle between the best. With the local side scoring 4 for the first 4 categories after what we have seen. Now, the accessibility component for the local side was such a deal breaker, it is very difficult to ignore its impact. An absolute pity given the awesomeness they're serving there at Kaisen Minato Shokudo. I have no choice but to give only 1 for accessibility. As such, it is a draw!
What do you think of the result? Do you agree with our decision? Or perhaps, who do you think the winner should be? Let's hear from you in the comment section down below. Address for both places are in the description as well. Thank you so much for watching. Goodbye.